Energy management is a very important topic. Now MBA is going on in management also, energy management. There is a Chennai, there is one college. Then there is a Kochi, there is one college. Now MBA is going on in cricket also in US, in Australia. If you want to do MBA in cricket, you can go to University of Sydney. You have the MBA in cricket, how to do fielding, how to do batting, how to do bowling, and so on. You can earn money by becoming coach of a cricket team, IPL coach, and so on. So that is management. There is very good 64-page paper by Talukdar. Read that paper. I have given the reference in my first chapter of my all power books. You can see that Talukdar is Bengali. Read that 64-page paper. So energy management is very, load management is also important. So load can be managed. There are load modeling is a very important topic. You can have the current load of 5 ampere, load of 5 ohm, load of 5 megawatt. So depending on which problem you are solving, if it is a load flow problem, which is bread and butter of electrical engineering, you do it by megawatt, kilowatt. If it is a stability, again you go for ohms. If it is a protection, you go for MPa. Read my protection book, Power System Communication and Protection, Akhtar Kalam and myself. Akhtar Kalam is a professor in Melbourne. Write to him, sir, we have gone through your book. Professor Kothari gave us a lecture. Can I come and work with you? He will give you dollars. I can recommend. You can write my name as a referee. I can give you a very good recommendation letter. Yes, next slide, please. This is the install capacity. I told you, 1947, we are only 1360 megawatt. Now we are 3.71 gigawatt. If we want to become 5 gigawatt, so that we can become a developed country. That is why jobs are there in electrical engineering. And electrical engineering is #1 branch now. Because there are so many jobs. We have to add 100,000 megawatt in 1 year, so that we can become a developed country. So there are 2 types of generation: conventional, non-conventional, and renewable. Conventional are 3 types: thermal, hydro, nuclear. Non-conventional is again like your hydro is not renewable as well as non-conventional. It's conventional though, but renewable. So that you can read one by one. The future slides will come. So our installed capacity is still less than China. China is 5 gigawatt. We are only 3.71. Australia is 4,455 megawatt. UK is 85 gigawatt. Germany is 211 gigawatt. So we should increase more and more megawatt, gigawatt, so that we can become a developed country. Next slide. So these are the 4 golden rules by which we can have better energy management. First rule, to farmers, give incentive to farmers, industries to accept power during high load period, light load period, night time. So you can run your Annapurna also in the night time, so that you don't have to take power in the daytime. And those who work in the daytime, they can come and get degree in the night time. IIT Delhi, when I was the director, we started 2 night courses: MBA, evening MBA, evening MTech in energy. So those who work in the daytime, NCR region, they used to come in evening and study. We can give more money to professors who teach in the evening. So they also earn money. Different time zones. USA, Australia. I hope you know that in USA there are 6 time zones. Australia, 6 time zones. Honolulu, Hawaii, then Chicago, then Los Angeles, and then Boston, New York, all have different times. When you ring them to your friend in USA, you have to find out which time zone you are in. Even India was having 3 time zones. Pakistan is different, Bangladesh is different, India is different. Pakistan is half an hour behind, Bangladesh is half an hour ahead. Why not divide India into 3 parts? Western India can have Pakistan time, Eastern India can have Bangladesh time, Central India can have Indian Standard Time, so that we can have 3 small peaks rather than 1 big peak. That will help the energy management. Daylight saving. How many of you know daylight saving? See, when you listen to the commentary from Australia, it comes at different time. Perth is 2.5 hours behind, ahead of us, India. Melbourne and Sydney are 5.5 hours ahead. Similarly, your Sydney, Brisbane, 6 hours ahead. So you have to see how much time is there so that we can listen to the comment. That's called daylight saving. Similarly, your Boston and New York, 3.5 hours ahead of Los Angeles, San Francisco. That you can study in my chapter 1. Staggering of office timing. Some offices start at 7, some at 8, some at 9. So you can prepare your breakfast at different time so that you can save energy. These are the 4 golden rules. If you follow, none of them needs money. Your energy management will be better. Next slide, please. Power generation. As I told you, we are at the moment 40% coal, 40% hydro, 10% nuclear, 10% renewable. Hydro, thermal, nuclear, all 3 are bad. Why they are bad? Thermal needs coal to burn. Our coal is not a good quality. It is having 40% ash. Ash doesn't mean Ashwarya Rai. This ash means rock. Tamil, I don't know what you say in rock. Ash. Ash, you understand. Now you can use this ash in filling the roads. If your roads, luckily South India roads are good, not North India roads are not good. So you can use this ash in filling those roads. Then when you burn the coal, 4 gases are formed: CO, CO2, NOx, SO2. These are called greenhouse gases. And these gases are harmful for a human being, harmful for buildings also. And that is why emission dispatch has become more important than economic dispatch. I have an IEEE paper in 1988. I want all teachers to become member IEEE, senior member IEEE, and then fellow. I am a fellow. I can make you fellow if you want. So please become IEEE member. Have an IEEE chapter in your college so that you can organize such lectures whenever you want. So similarly, when you burn the coal, I told you these gases form what you call acid by combining with the water vapor in the air. So you get sulfuric acid, you get nitric acid. This is called acid rain. Secondly, the efficiency of thermal power plant is very low because of the thermal, this Rankine cycle and Carnot cycle. So we go for combined cycle power plant. Then we go for cogeneration, generation of steam as well as power together so that we can save money. Yes, please. Then we go to hydro. Hydro, what is the problem? We need storage. So we need space. So we have to land acquisition. There is a land acquisition bill. If you want what you call bullet train, again we need land. If you want hydropower plant, we need land. So land has to be acquired. So land acquisition bill. And then it's very not easy to get land. So that is another gestation period is very high. It takes 10 years to build hydropower plant. Should be 7 years. Foreign countries 7, we take 10 years, which is very bad. Secondly, we have seepage loss, evaporation loss. Still, it is a cheaper power plant and no pollution is there. Nuclear power started in India by Dr. Bhabha and Pandit Nehru. First plant came in Tarapur, 1969. Second plant came in Kota. Kota is the coaching capital of India. Whosoever wants JEE, they go to Kota. Then third came in Kalpakam, at that time Madras state, now Tamil Nadu. Fourth came in the Raigada. Fifth was in Surat. Sixth was in Aligarh and so on. Now there are 10 nuclear power plants in India. I have one book with Pentisol of India, third edition, renewable energy sources and emerging technology. Read that book. I have given one full chapter on nuclear, full chapter on fuel cell, full chapter on waste energy, full chapter on all types of energy. Read that book. It's a very good book, very cheap, green cover. It will give you knowledge about energy. Next slide. Now, what is the problem? Nuclear radioactivity. So you have to, another thing, there's a 240 1,000 metric ton of thorium in Kerala and Orissa. We can burn thorium using fast breeder reactor and get nuclear power. Next, please. The cup. I don't think we have to worry about Australia. They are 261 trillion watt hour. Fossil fuel 81%, coal 60%. Now let me tell you now, most part of the world has gone for renewable, either solar or wind or geothermal or MHD and waste and so on. So Australia has stopped producing power by thermal power plant. So they are giving us their coal free of charge, but we don't want. He said we don't want. This is the old figures. New figures are mostly solar and wind. The next slide, please. Yes, this is about USA. Then Pakistan. We don't want them. And you can go to the next slide. Read this slide if you want. They can circulate to you. So when you go for a Australia interview, they may ask you this thing. Energy conservation is very important. $1 saved is more than $1 earned. If you earn, you have to pay tax. If you save, no tax. Similarly, 1 unit saved is equal to 1.25 units produced because of TL transmission distribution losses, which is max country. Outside India, it is 8%. We are 22%. So that's why you read the book by Ingorani, Facts, Flexible AC Transmission. That's a very good book. Ingorani is Indian. Read that book. I have given one full chapter on facts. So read that also. So conservation you should do. Maintenance is very important. I have given one appendix in maintenance. You should maintain your house. Your bulb should be clean. There is an energy efficient bulb now. LED, LED, all those things you can use. No more bulbs, no more tube lights. It's all LED now. The next slide, please. Yes, this is energy sources all over the world. If you go for UPSC interview, you should know this. Which country has how much power? You can read it afterwards. Next slide. Yes, this is called new energy sources. So we start with the solar. Our country 272 solar is available in India. Why not use it? How do you generate power from solar? Photovoltaic and solar thermal. I have a solar energy book by CRC Press, 2017. Take that one copy to the library. And if you have money, you can purchase from Amazon, Flipkart, or read it. Because nowadays, most of the questions asked in UPSC is in solar energy. You should read this book. Photovoltaic we can do. Then there is the solar thermal. Photovoltaic, there are silicon, germanium. Area occupation is too big. And to generate 12 kilowatt hour per year cells would occupy 0.1% of US area as against 1.5% of highways. Next slide, please. Please change the slide. What happened? No slide is there. Arunacharan sir, what happened? Yes, thank you. So wind is number 2. I hope you have seen the movies where they go from one place to another place in the wind operated old ships. Even the Second World Round Conference in